All right, hi guys, my name is Steph and welcome back to my channel. This is Jersey. And today we're going to be doing a class that is dedicated around getting your arms awakened, opened, and stretched. You don't need any props for this class, and I'll see you guys on the mat in a second. So we're going to begin in a gentle seated position, and we'll just take a few grounding breaths just to settle into the present moment, into the practice. Also a chance to just release any tension that's built through the day or the week. So make yourself comfortable, and you can have the palms facing up or down. It does not matter. Sometimes I like to try on what feels better. And start to feel the sit bones, the hips soften. Start to smooth out the breath, inhaling through the nose, down into the belly, and exhaling. Soften the face. And just take a few organic, natural breaths. And then gently scan the body for any area that feels a little bit more tense, maybe blocked. Maybe any trigger points. And then take your breath and awareness and breathe into those areas a little bit more intently. So inhale. And then exhale, soften those areas, the shoulders. Breathe in. And exhale. Let's take one more breath. Breathe in. And exhale to soften, soften, soften. We'll go the fingers. And then gently just drop the left ear to the left shoulder. I'm not mirroring you, so it doesn't matter which way you go, as long as you do both sides. And then inhale back through center, dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Through center, we'll do that one more time each side. And switch sides. Inhale through center, drop the left ear back down. And this time drop the chin down towards the ground. Moving slowly, move through center, so chin to the floor, and then rotating to have the right ear to the right shoulder. We'll go through that half circle one more time, so just dropping the gaze, the chin downward, through center, until the left ear is on the left shoulder, and back up through center. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears and roll them down into the back body, and then reverse the direction, shoulders up, feeling any cracks and creaks, and into neutral. Taking the arms out to the side so the fingertips graze the ground. Breathe in slowly, slowly, reaching. Inhale and exhale, and start to feel where the arms are in space. Breathe in, reaching the arms out. Feel the shoulder blades as they move, as the arms raise. Keeping the shoulders soft, and exhale as you release the arms down. Breathe in one more time, inhale. And this time interlacing the fingertips and bringing them behind the head. So gently press the head into this basket of the hands into the head. Keeping the low ribs knit down, chin gently tucks. And from here we'll gently twist to the left. Inhale through center and exhale to the right. So these are just micro baby twists, so you're not going too far. Just back and forward. And then through center. Now let's start to do micro rotations just with the upper shoulders of the body. So feeling into every single nook and creak, areas of stagnation that are often immobile from misuse or underuse. And then switch directions. Coming back to stillness, this time lateral flexion, so drop the right elbow down. And you don't want to go dumping into the lateral side. We're looking for length and stability in the left side, still keeping space in the right side body. Breathe into the left side, soften on the exhale. Inhale through center, and exhale, switch left elbow drops. Breathe into the right side, and exhale. Inhale. Keep the hips soft. And then inhale back through center. Next, we're going to take the right arm over the left elbow. So if you're a little bit tight, just cross the arms so that the hands are on the shoulders. If you want to take the eagle arm bind, you can go ahead. And slightly lift the elbows, keep the chin dropped. And baby cat-cow, arching at the spine, inhale. We're only doing micro movements, so even the more subtle, slow movements, you're going to be able to start to feel more. Exhale to round. Breathe in, raise. And exhale to round. Let's do one more. Inhale, raise. And back through neutral. Release the arms, do what you need, what feels good. And then we'll switch sides. So left elbow over the right. Again, hands to elbows or crossing. Baby cat-cow, inhale. And exhale. Breathe in, keeping the elbows lifted. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And then release. Shake out the arms. And then taking the left hand behind the back, right hand to the left knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Baby twist to the left. And then right away through center to the opposite side. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, baby twist to the right. Coming through center, hands onto the ground in front of you, into the all fours position. Baby cat-cow, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, and exhale to round. We'll do one more. Inhale, and exhale. And coming into neutral, so keeping the low ribs knitting in, start to draw the navel slightly in towards the belly to engage the core. Keep the toes tucked, and then we're just going to lift the knees 2 inches off the ground. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the knees, arch the spine, rolling the shoulder blades. Exhale. Back into neutral, keep the toes tucked, lift the knees 2 inches off the ground. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, roll the shoulder blades back. Arching at the spine, and we'll do one more. Lift the knees 2 inches off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the toes tucked, send the hips back to downward facing dog. So stay still in the downward facing dog to begin with, feeling that gentle stretch in the hamstrings. Take a breath and feel that sensation down the legs. Inhale and exhale. Pressing the hands firmly into the ground to keep buoyancy and space in the shoulders so we're not slumping into joints, and you can have a nice micro bend in the knees. Shifting forward into the high plank, release the knees down, and then dropping the elbows onto the ground. So into a puppy pose, we'll keep the hips above the knees and start to sink the chest down towards the ground. So you can have the forehead onto the ground, the hands in prayer coming to the back of the neck. And depending on the space that you have in the shoulders, you might be kind of floating with the head, and that's fine too. Wherever you are, just focus on softening into the lats, anywhere that you feel tight. And then pressing into the elbows to lift you up, we'll release the hands and the forearms down onto the ground. You can interlace the fingers here or keep the palms parallel to one another. Keeping the toes tucked, lift the knees, sending the shoulder blades back towards the heels, and try to keep the lower ribs knitting in ever so slightly. You can walk the toes a little bit closer into the dolphin, and we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the knees down, lift the elbows, moving forward into the modified plank position. Again, low ribs knitting in, and we'll lower for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the shoulder blades back, inhale. Exhale. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, modified plank, and sending it back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, shift forward, high plank pose. Releasing the knees, releasing the elbows, option to interlace the fingers. Lift the knees, dolphin pose. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the knees down. Lift the elbows, shifting forward into modified plank position, and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2. Untuck the toes. Inhale into the baby cobra. Tuck the toes. Press the hands away from you. Modified plank pose, and send the hips back to downward facing dog. And we'll do that one more time. Shift forward into the high plank, strong, pressing the floor away from you, lower the knees. Release the elbows down and lift the knees up into the dolphin pose. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the knees down. Shift forward into the hands and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2. Touch down, roll the shoulder blades back. Inhale, cobra. Tuck the toes, press the hands away from you. Modified plank, and send it back to downward facing dog. Shift forward, high plank pose. And this time we're going to pivot on to the outer edge of the left foot into the modified side plank. So you can have the feet one in front of the other for stability. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release the right hand, switching sides. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing the left elbow down. So forearm side plank. We're going to hold for 5, 4. Option to stack the feet, lift the hips a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Right forearm down. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release both forearms onto the ground. And take a little bit of a wider stance in the feet. And we're just going to swivel on to the outer left side of the foot, and then swivel to the outer right. So we're going to do 10 of these, switching back and forth. 9, hip dips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center. Last hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the pelvis down, keeping the arms, the forearms down, Sphinx pose. Inhale, gentle stretch, and exhale. You can do a cow or a cat, cat-cow. One more time, breathe in, and exhale to round. Coming back through neutral, we're going to take the left arm underneath the right and extending the right out long for a release in the outer shoulder. Slowly coming through center, we'll switch sides. So right arm underneath the left. 5 breaths. And if this is ever too much, just ease off. You can put your forehead onto a block as well. Coming back into the bellies, and we'll roll right over onto our backs. Drawing the knees in towards the chest. Extend the left leg out long, right knee over to the left side. Supine twist. Keeping both shoulder blades on to the ground. You can have the arms in a cactus position. So it's okay if the right knee is kind of floating. And then coming back onto our back, switching side, right leg extends, left knee over to the right side. And then drawing both knees into the chest, rolling over onto your backs. Inhale and exhale, extend the legs out long, taking up space in your Savasana. Notice the change in blood flow, feeling a little bit more energy running throughout the body. This gentle awakening. Feeling a bit more refreshed and renewed. And stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, otherwise rolling onto one side. And gently press yourself up into a gentle seated position. Taking the hands to heart center. And then breathe in, reaching the arms away from you, palms touch overhead. And exhale, hands back to heart center. Gently dropping the chin in towards the chest. Thank you guys so much for practicing. Thank you so much for practicing. If you enjoyed that class, please remember to give it a thumbs up, comment it in the comment section below, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next week. Namaste.